Hey y'all, today's date is July the 5th. The time is about 10:30 at night, so it's 10:30 in the morning back home. Wanted to talk about my experience at the Jamiyah Children's Home Carnival that I went to yesterday. I said in my last entry, we volunteered at the Children's Home on the 26th of June, but they were holding a carnival to fundraise for their new facility that they're trying to build. So I felt duty bound to go. And plus, since I had so much fun when I volunteered, I knew I'd enjoy myself if I went to the carnival. So went to the carnival. I was really excited. I was kind of nervous for some reason. I guess because I was going by myself, and and we went originally to the children's home as a group. So since we went in the context of a group and then I'm going by myself, I was really kind of nervous about that. But I mean, I went because it was the right thing to do. I promised myself I was going to go, and I know that they need the help and they're perfectly deserving of it. So took myself to the other side of town. It was about a 45-minute to an hour trip. And I got there, and it was packed. There was so many people there, which was good. It was good to see that so many people came out to support. Not surprisingly, just about everybody there was Malay, but considering that most of the children in the home and most of the children, most of the children in the home and most of the people that are served by Jamia Singapore are Malay. So it makes sense that most of the people at the carnival were in fact Malay. So I got there, and of course I saw the kids that I met last week, and they all recognized me, and we shook hands and all that stuff. And they were really, I felt like they were really happy to see me, and I was really happy to see them, honestly. I really was, because I thoroughly enjoyed myself with them. As I said, I felt like I went back to Walnut Terrace Summer Playground from when I was a kid. But when I bought some, well, first I bought some food actually because I hadn't eaten all day and I was working. So I bought a hamburger, ate it. It was good. After that, some of the kids took me around. One of the kids took me around and showed me around the carnival, and I ended up in the very back of the carnival. It was more of like a straight line, so it went down a line like that, and in the back they had a stage, and they had different people performing songs and such. So when I got back there, actually, the most recent Singapore idol, Cesare Cezali, is his name. He's Malay. He was actually performing, and I think that's what they said. I'm pretty sure it was him. But nevertheless, the performance was really good. It was interesting though to see how westernized yet again their music is here, because though all the songs that were sung at the carnival were sung in Malay language, they had sounded very American. They sounded like pop or rock music from the United States. I mean, if they sung it in English, you wouldn't have known the difference. You just would have thought it was a new song that somebody came up with. So I found that really, really interesting. And then the fact that they dressed the part too. Not to say that they're faking, because I know that sounds like they're faking by saying dress the part. But in the sense that they were wearing like the skinny jeans and the tight fitting clothes, and they just looked like they came right off the MTV Awards, which I found really interesting because of the fact that we're on the other side of the world from where MTV is headquartered and where all this stuff takes place. But the performances, from what I could hear, were really good. I mean, they sounded good. As I said, I couldn't understand what anybody was saying because it was all in Malay, but it was okay. Um, After that, I went back out to the carnival with one of the kids and ended up getting almost conned. I won't say conned. That's a bad word. Pushed into buying some pillow covers, and they're really nice. They're square pillow covers. Um, as I said, I was pushed because he took me to the booth, and the girl at the booth said, "John, you need to buy a cushion cover." And I said, "Well, I don't really have a pillow like that." But she said, "Well, you need to buy one anyway." And I said, "Okay, well, I'll come back and I'll walk around and see what else there is." And she made me pinky promise her that I would come back and buy the cushion cover. So of course I'm a man of my word, so I went back and bought the cushion cover. It was good to support. It was good to support because they're wholeheartedly deserving. They're wholeheartedly deserving. They're nice people. So I thoroughly enjoyed myself. As I said. But later on, I wanted to get something to eat, but the lines were really too long. They had chicken wings and French fries, which kind of reminded me of Bojangles back at home, but it didn't look anything like Bojangles food. But the lines were too long, so I didn't get to eat. But before I left, I did see three residents of the home perform, and I thought this was interesting because two of the people were girls, one of the people was a guy, and I guess from what I had seen with Islam, I guess, in my experience in Malaysia, they're very conservative people and they like to keep the genders separate. Now, granted, where we were in Malaysia is also the most Islamically conservative area of that country. And we're in Singapore. This was taking place in Singapore. The carnival in Singapore is very much less conservative, I feel like. So it shouldn't have surprised me, but it did. And then to add to it, the song that they were singing sounded kind of sort of like a pop song. Maybe a love song. Maybe it was in Malay, so I really don't know yet again. But it was just interesting to hear how their music is influenced by our music in America. And I did ask a couple of them, um, does the normal music you hear in Malay sound like this, like it came out of America? And they told me yes, and they told me that most of the music that they actually listen to is from America. And I asked who were some of their favorite artists, and they told me Eminem and Dr. Dre, which I found to be quite interesting because I don't know too many people right now who are listening to Dr. Dre who would say Dr. Dre that they listen to his music off the top of their head. Because now a lot of people I feel like know him for his headphones, which I have, and they sound really good. But as I said, the whole music thing is just really interesting for me, and I know there's a carryover kind of sort of from the last entry with the music, but I just think it's really interesting. And yet again, I was there, stereotyped yet again as being, I feel like, a supporter or a player in the NBA because they all kept saying "Go NBA" to me, and I don't even watch NBA basketball, which I found ironic, but I guess I just break all the stereotypes. But one big thing that I thought was interesting with relevance to my ethnicity was I was sitting with some of the guys, and they were about 10 or 11, and they looked at my hair, and they started patting my hair, and they asked me why it wasn't straight, and they were patting it, and I guess they were intrigued by the fact that whenever they patted it down, it popped back up like a sponge. But that's just how our hair does. So I had to give them a small explanation, which was interesting to me because I've never really had to explain to someone why my hair wasn't straight. But it makes perfect sense that they would ask because everyone here has straight hair. So, I mean, yet again, the whole ethnicity race thing comes at a crossroads here because I'm different than what they're used to. But the music bit with America and Singapore and Asia in general was a crossroads for me in my mind. So, as I said, I thoroughly enjoyed myself at the carnival, enjoyed the performances, enjoyed the little bit of food that I got, and I'm looking forward to giving everyone back home some of the souvenirs that I bought. I even bought some chopsticks too. But nevertheless, had fun, enjoyed myself, and I really hope that they're able to get the money that they need for this new facility. They deserve it. They're good kids, and I feel like they've probably been through a lot, and this would really help. So, I want to wish them good luck. But until next time, pray for me. I'll be praying for you, and God bless you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.